Hello, everyone, and welcome to my presentation on the Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago. I saw the exhibit of the U.S. military currency. The Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago was established in 1914 and is located at 230 South LaSallian Street in downtown Chicago. It serves the 7th District, which covers parts of Illinois, Indiana, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Iowa. One of its public features is the Money Museum, which is what I attended. It opened in 2001. The museum offers free exhibits that explain how the Federal Reserve supports a strong and stable economy. Okay, so let's talk about the exhibit that I went to. So, since the time of George Washington, American military members have been paid for their services. During World War II, the Korean War, and the Vietnam War, special military currency was used. This currency could be exchanged for US dollars, but was mainly used in the military zones to prevent black market activities. During World War II, Allied military currency was issued in Italy, France, Germany, Japan, and Austria. Later, during the Korean and Vietnam War, military payment certificates were used until the early 1970s. This exhibit showcased examples of their special currencies that soldiers often brought home with them. This part of the exhibit displays military currencies used in Europe, including the Italian lira, French franc, and Austrian shilling. These currencies allowed the U.S. troops to purchase goods without overwhelming or de-establishing local economy. It was a tool to maintain order in areas heavily damaged by war. It also prevented inflation during the fragile time in Europe recovery. In this section, we see the military currency used in Japan and Germany. After World War II, the U.S. issued this money to help rebuild these countries' economies. The use of the military currency helped control inflation, stabilize daily transactions, and rebuild trust in the financial systems after the devastation of the war. It showed how the U.S. used economic tools as a part of its border efforts to rebuild and influence the modern world. This exhibit connects to key themes from our course. It shows how the Western military and economic power grew after the 1500s, especially after World War II. The use of military currency reflects the spread of capitalism and the Western modernization into the occupied regions. It's a direct example of how political and economic tools were used to reshape the modern world, just like we studied in the Age of Reason, Industrial Revolution, and the era of imperialism. I thought the exhibit was clear, well organized, and visually strong. The layout helped tell the story in a logical way. While there was good background information, it could have included a little bit more detail about the broader global effects of military currency. The artifacts themselves were very impressive and made the history feel personal and real. I thought the exhibit did a good job connecting historical facts to World War experiences of a soldier and the global impact of war. Thank you.